If your business is struggling, it's probably because you don't have a plan, or maybe you have a plan, but you have the wrong sequence. So we're going to talk about that today, the 7 steps in the right order to grow your business and get more clients. Step number 1, clarify the problem. This sounds so simple, but it's not. I see so many founders that come to me, entrepreneurs that are not clear on who they serve, what they sell, and what the actual problem is they're trying to solve. Because you're not selling glass bottles, you are selling quenching the thirst, right? I'm not selling marketing, I'm selling get more clients, make more money, have a better life, have a business that actually works. So you really need to get into the problem of your customer. And the only way to do that is to talk to them. If you're just starting out, talk to your ideal customers that you'd want them to buy from you. Ask them for a cup of coffee, either online or in person. If you already have customers, ask them, like, what else do you need? What is the exact problem that you're trying to solve? Because this happens everywhere. I've worked at big companies like Ogilvy, the agency. I've worked at Transamerica, billion-dollar company. I didn't sell annuities and mutual funds. I sold like get money, make money, have a good retirement. There was this problem I was trying to solve, and there was this other outcome. It wasn't just what I was selling. So be clear. Number 2, validate with real research. Now, back in the day, we had this research money where we had people in a room when we would actually have them test something. Okay, you're an entrepreneur like me. You don't have money. You're probably a solopreneur. You don't have a big budget. So how do you do this? So you can do your own research, right? Google, GPT, just research. Once you have something that you think, okay, this is what my customer wants. This is how I can sell this to them. Then talk to people. I've said this before. I will keep saying it. You need to talk to people. When I first started out, I was in Facebook groups. Like Amy Porterfield, she was selling like how to do a course. And I was in those groups and I was listening and I was seeing people's questions and what they were asking. And every single time that they had a marketing question, I piped in and I was like, hey, what's up? Let me help you. And then I would also learn from them. That's how I made my first customers. So definitely do your research, talk to real people. Step number 3, build an offer, not a product. So you're not selling a course, you're selling an outcome. You're not selling consulting, you're selling like a change in their lives. You're not selling coaching, you're actually selling a giant transformation. So you really need to think about that. What is that transformation that your customer wants to get at? Is that transformation that they want to be rich, that they want to meet a guy, that they want to have a better product to make their work life easier, to learn marketing, to get more clients? That's where I want you to live. I want you to live in this offer that is so irresistible and you just can't refuse it. You want to buy it. And it's not what you think it is, right? It's not that you're selling marketing education. You're actually selling how do you actually leave your 6-figure job to replace it with a 6-figure, eventually 7-figure business, to have a life on your own, to no longer have a boss, right? That's the kind of stuff where in that area is where I live, and that's what I'm trying to sell to people. So it's not that I'm selling like, hey, take my lead generation course. What does the lead generation get you? Well, it gets you clients. What do the clients get you? Well, it gets you paid. What does the getting paid get you? Oh, it gets you freedom. It gets you to have a side hustle so you can have like posh vacations. It can get you to quit your job so you can be your own boss. There's so much more that you need to be digging in deeper when you actually build your offer, right? It's not just a product, it's an offer. Same thing with SaaS, right? If you're selling software as a service, you're not just selling a SaaS. What are you selling? You're selling them how to make more money, how to get more, have free time, how to look better at the company where they can actually like be promoted. There's so much more that you're selling. So you really have to get into that. Step 4, create a simple strategic funnel. This is where I live. I love this part of marketing. I am a funnel fanatic. I'm a lead generation strategist. So trust me when I say this, you don't need something fancy. Make it super simple. So I'm going to walk you through this. This is what I did for a client of mine. She's on her own. She doesn't have a lot of time. She has a full-time job still. And this is how she is now getting leads in the door that are turning into paying clients consistently. So first, you want content like this. video, this is content. It could be a blog post. It could be you doing something on Substack. It could be you doing a fun Instagram reel. Whatever content that you have, create content. Yes, you do need to create content. Content is staying. So create content, whichever channels you think that content would be important for you and your audience. The second part is what a lot of people forget. The content isn't just content. You need to have a call to action. The content needs to lead somewhere. And this content should go to a landing page. So you could have a landing page where you give something away. You have a free video, you have a checklist, you have a downloadable PDF, whatever you have, your content. So this YouTube video, for example, there's a link in the description to some of my lead magnets that all sit on landing pages. So you need to have this call to action. Then your content with a call to action lead to your landing pages where people can download something or people can get something for free. They have to give you their email address. That's the most important. You need email addresses. And then the next is a sales page. So the landing page could just be that, where you end there and then they go into your email rhythm, they go into your newsletter, and then you sell in the emails. Or your landing page can actually already drive to an offer. So I have an example on my website that you can check out. Just go to CMO Growth Guide /resources. Check the 3 resources I have. You could see the different ways I do that. With one of them, I actually just have you go to the downloadable that I give you. One of them, I have a video right away afterwards that you can then utilize, and then I try to sell you something. And there's just different ways to do that. So you can decide how you want to do that. Testing is everything. Some of my customers buy immediately. Some of them I have to nurture for a while. So that's why I have different ways to get to my lead magnets and different ways that I sell. So you need to figure that out for your customer, how they like to buy from you. What happens is when you have somebody that is now on your email list, so they went to your landing page, maybe you tried to sell something, they didn't buy, but because you have their email address, you nurture them. So I have a newsletter. I send about 1 or 2 emails a week. A lot of them are educational, some of them are sales emails, and I continue to do so. Some people buy a lot later. Some people buy right away when they sign up. It doesn't matter when they buy, but you do want to nurture them. And even if they bought from you, maybe you have an upsell and you can keep nurturing them to sell them something else. Or maybe you just keep giving them good information and then they just love you so much. They bought from you. Now they're getting nurtured via email. They might actually tell a friend about you. So it's really important that you stick with email afterwards. Step number 5, and arguable, this is the most important in 2026 and beyond because of AI. Step number 5, you build authority through your presence, yourself. You're a human. I know there's a lot of people saying that you can do YouTubes and Instagram, like faceless ones, and you can, but it is a lot easier if you can put your face on camera so people know that you're real. So for example, all the stuff that I'm saying, it's not written by ChatGPT. I'm not reading off a screen. I'm actually telling you what works and I'm being real. I'm making mistakes. I look like crap today. But it doesn't matter, right? Because you know that I'm real. And then if you trust me, then you're more likely to buy from me. As opposed to a lot of people will not buy if they think you're a ChatGPT, if you think that everything that you're saying is written off a screen. It is important to be human. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to show up even when you don't feel your best. Just make sure that the human comes out. And then people buy from the human. They don't buy from just a tool, right? So be human, show up. Step number 6, get traffic. Don't get more traffic, get the right traffic. So I'm going to give you an example. This business, I had it 5 years ago and I had so much traffic. I had so many people following me. I had so many people listening to my podcasts and stuff like that. And a good amount bought. However, now this time around, because I'm still working full time, I love my job, I don't want to leave it. So this is a side hustle that I have and I really enjoy it. But I don't have time to be out there the way I used to 5 years ago when this was my full time job. So I'm out there a little bit less, but I'm being very strategic on where I go. I might not have the most followers this time around yet because I just started this business this year again, but I have loyal people that are buying from me that knew me 6 years ago. I have loyal people on LinkedIn that have been seeing me show up again and again and again. So they're more likely to buy from me because I have been able to get a loyal following. It's not millions of people, it's less people, but they're the right people. I work for startups, I help new business owners, and everybody that knows me knows that's what I'm all about. And so people are like, okay, you know what? She's done this in her own life. She's done this for agencies. She works for a company that helps startups, and she has her own business helping entrepreneurs and solopreneurs. So I can trust her, so I can buy from her. So I need you to get into that same space. It's not about these vanity metrics where you get all these like people following you. It's the right followers that you want. Step number 7, talking about metrics. Make sure that you collect the right metrics. A lot of my solopreneurs and a lot of my startups that are starting out, they do not collect metrics at all. This is a big mess. I really want you to collect metrics. Every single month, I have a set of about 10 for my own business that I collect. So the bigger the company, the more money you make, the more people you have in your team, of course, the more metrics. But if you're just a solopreneur or a small shop, pick your key performance indicators that make you understand that you are actually winning or losing. And so then you can optimize. So of course, number 1 is profit. How many clients do you have? How much money are you making? That is going to be your number 1. But then there's going to be certain things. So for example, for me, right, I'm trying to measure conversions from different social media platforms. I am collecting data to see who actually buys. And it's funny because on some of these platforms, I have the least amount of followers, but I have the most buyers. So it's a little bit crazy, right? And the only reason I know that is because I look at my metrics every single month. Every single month, I make a decision. What do I have time for? What's the most important? What converts the most? And then I double down on what converts, and the stuff that doesn't convert, I have to make a decision. Do I get rid of it, or do I just try to keep testing it? So these are your seven steps. Make sure, please, 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 that you actually follow them. So I'm going to go through them one more time really quickly so you can remember what we just talked about. Step 1, clarify the core problem. Step 2, validate with real research. Step 3, build an offer, not just a product. Step 4, create a simple strategic funnel. Step 5, build authority through real presence. Step 6, get the right traffic, not just more traffic. Step 7, track profit, not vanity metrics. All right, so look in the description. I got a couple of resources for you. I think this is really important for you to actually look at what funnels look like. Check them out. The one I really want you to look at is on my website, and it's the lead generation one, because that one it's a little bit more of a robust funnel. So instead of just downloading the PDF that I give you and some of the other freebies, this one I ask you to watch a video, and I want you to check that one out. So go to my website, cmogrowthguide.com/resources, and then go to the 5-step lead magnet blueprint. Click on that, fill out what you see on the screen right now, and then you actually get to a video. And so that is a way that I get people to purchase a certain product. I show them more than just the PDF. Maybe that's something that you can try to test with your audience to see if your people will buy, because videos do make you, right, show that you're real, you're not a robot, and it brings that humanness in there. All right, good luck.